Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. It's the last Friday of the year for us on the show. We are live, and I see Mash and Lebang and Ryan, and I think we're going to be joined by Simphiwe later on. Big thank you to Khomolemo and to Pumi and also to Mash yesterday for holding things together. You know, when you have those deep sleeps and you hit snooze so many times that your phone eventually just gives up on you? That's what happened to me. Jesus. That just proves we need a break, huh? Just proves we need to have a couple of days we can sleep. Anyway, we are live. We are ready to take your comments. We're ready to hear from you, and we're ready to start celebrating Christmas. Ki December Shem. Is that how it goes now? That's how it goes. All right. So, good morning, all the beautiful people, and I hope you're ready for a nice holiday, because that's what we are all excited about. We'll start with Lebang, who hasn't been on the show for a little while. How are you, Lebang? What's been happening? Give people an update. You've been busy. You're on mute.
Lebang's on mute.
Am I still?
There we go. Now we can hear you. There we go. Sorry. False start.
Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but there's now a bit of like feedback coming through.
Now there's like a massive echo. Now can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, no, it's good. Now we're good. All right.
Yeah, I was saying I just want to get the dust off of my microphone because it feels like forever since I've been here. But yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks, really like pretty much just readjusting my life, getting into gear for next year. So many exciting things happening. Spending money I don't have in classic Christmas time. You know, all of that good stuff. Coming in touch with my chakraness. You know, I've been buying all these crystals.
Ooh.
I found this little sound ball that like you go with. It's all very exciting. So I'm just like trying new things and like just attracting good energy for the new year because it's going to be so hectic and so exciting. So that's where I've been. And I've just been watching you guys as doing your thing and listening in the morning. And it's just been really, really nice to see that the comment section is still the place to be. Like, that's still where it's at. It's always happening in the comments, bro.
You've been joining in the comment section every now and then, and people love that too. But here's the best news. Is that Lebang managed to find 1,000 rand couch for a house, which is phenomenal. I mean, like, listen, when you find a bargain like that, let me tell you something. A bargain like that will make you feel better than parting with a whole lot more money for something that's supposedly more expensive. If you can get a bargain,
I kid you not.
So Mash also needs some advice this morning. We'll get to that just now, but he needs to come up with gift ideas for his parents. He's put a limit of 500 rand on what he's going to spend on each of them.
Yep. Hectic.
That's a very good idea, Mash. Ask the audience. Better than Google, dude.
$500, sure. The budget is tight. Like, what do you get for $500 these days? Like half a couch. What else?
Especially because in December they hike the prices.
Yeah.
You know. So
no, Mash. We can't hear Mash for some reason.
I can't hear Mash.
Or Lebang.
It's a disaster.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said to me that if you go to the shops now this week, you can buy all the Christmas stuff really cheap, like Christmas cake, all the because now they obviously, you know, whatever they don't sell this week, they're not going to be able to get rid of after Christmas. So it's super cheap now. If you go and get like, you know, the crackers and all that stuff, because most people have bought already, and now the prices have been slashed for this week because they need to clear out of all that stuff. Are you guys back on, Mash? Can you talk to us now? No, still not.
No, still not.
Gareth's mouth is moving.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ryan, and I feel like, Gareth, is that you? Is that you out there? Yeah. Okay. No, we're back. We're back.
Okay. So you guys can hear us, and we can hear you. Go ahead, Mash. We were going to talk about your parents, the 500 rand limit.
Yes, so I decided to get my parents something small this year. Last year I did go a bit out and about for my parents. I got them humidifiers. I got my dad a vape. Yep, I got them really nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my dad a vape. So my dad has been a smoker for quite a number of years, for as long as I can remember. And he's been trying to quit. So he tried vaping. That flopped, went back to cigarettes. So I tried to get him back onto vaping because I do think that vaping is slightly better than cigarettes.
Especially
It
for the
is.
rest of us. Well,
I don't-
you know,
I don't think
if you
so.
if you're sitting around a smoker, their smoke is much worse than vape smoke. I would rather smell vape smoke than I would smoker smoke.
Because vape smoke just smells like a perfume. That's all
Yeah.
it smells like.
No, but
So
isn't
it's
it
much
worse? Isn't it worse for your lungs? Like rather smoke. Like, isn't the damage worse from a vape than
Yeah.
from smoke?
I'm with Ryan on this one. Like the mere fact that you can charge this thing electronically and plug it into
And
something. I don't
chemicals.
trust you.
It's
Now I'm gonna
just chemicals
put you
the
inside
same
and
time,
smoke
yeah.
you. Bring the cigarettes, buddy. Bring it. Peter Stuyvesant. Bring it.
Unfortunately, the jury is still out on that one. We don't know which one is worse for you. It could be that
Right.
it's it could be that it's the vapes, and we will only know after they've done, you know, another 5-6 years of research, because we need to now obviously watch what happens to people over a longer period of time. And then cigarettes, we do know they're bad for you. But listen, as we said the other day on the show, we were talking about like people who drink and people who take drugs and people who do all that stuff. Something is going to kill you, right? Something's going to kill you. So it may as well be something you like.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather the cigarette brand that you know. Like
Yeah.
rather than plugging it in. Can I have a vanilla ice, please? What's vanilla ice? Like, what is that as a concept? Are you gonna smoke it?
The worst part is when they're like, have you tried this like nice grape flavor? But if you infuse a little bit of mint, it tastes
Bro.
even better. And I'm like, no. Okay, hold on. What are we doing?
What are we doing? Humans, society, what's going on, guys?
And now, have you seen? Because now before you had to buy those like vapes that you could refill. Now they have
Mhm.
these disposable ones, and it's like this will last 300 puffs. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what?
Black Mirror
Well-
has entered the chat.
Well, I like the idea that you could buy something and know how many puffs you're going to get, because then you can also go, well, when I've done 300 puffs, that's enough.
That's
You know?
enough for me. Yeah.
Then
And
I'm
I
done.
mean, it's better than Habli, guys. It's still better than Habli.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
no, Hubley's is
Everything is
Is
better than
Hub-
Hub.
Is Hubley the worst?
Yes,
Ah,
it's
look
the
at
worst.
you.
Is the worst of the worst. And I mean, Habli, I do have some friends who love Habli. They smoke it every
They're from the
single
south,
day.
ne?
They're from Sandton, actually.
That's all you
or the
hear.
East.
They love this
Yeah.
stuff. And every time I'm around them, I'm like, hi, Nina, man, hey. Because I can't take someone who smokes Habli seriously. I literally cannot. You're just there
Yeah.
for hours on end. And it's like, what
No, but there's
enjoyment
also
do you get from this?
rules. They're like, you're hogging the pipe, close the pipe.
Yeah.
Yo, it's too strong. That flavor. Yo, no, like, yo, guys, Habli people are too much work. Then they're gonna tell you, you must fill up the water, but not at this level, but not too
No.
much. Now you put too
Yeah,
much. Now you put too little. And then they're gonna be like, where's the
And-
coal?
and-
Yo,
And
coal.
then people get very uptight about how they make the actual Hubley, what flavors they put in. It's got to be done a certain way. And listen, it becomes a whole thing. There are shops. There's one near our offices. There's shops that people will spend thousands of rands buying stuff for their Hubleys. So you know what?
Yes.
Again, something's going to kill you. Let it be something you love. There's a
Yeah.
beautiful message for the morning. So we started off by Mash actually asking for some advice. The only people who've come up with decent advice, Tracy says, buy them tickets to a show or a theater production. Experiences are the way to go. Who needs more things and stuff?
That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
Very
I
good
love that.
advice.
I'm gonna be doing
Very.
that for them. Yeah.
You like that? I mean, I would hate it if someone bought me tickets to a theater production.
I'd love that. I think it's great because look, on paper, Tracy's absolutely right. Experiences are the real memories that you make. Going into store and buying something, you can do that with anything. But what you can't go into the store and buy is an experience. Now it's just about the kind of experience. So if you know Gareth well, you'll know what kind of things that he likes. So just get him a ticket to a theater that's got 2 hours of history, and he'll love that
God,
crap.
No, I don't. You know, you
Wait,
see-
what?
No, I hate the theater. I used to suffer through a couple of these things, and I know it's very unpopular to say this because there's a whole bunch of people who work in the theater, and they some of these people are extremely talented. They do great stuff.
Mm.
I hate those things where you go watch like someone singing on a stage. I can't stand it. But it's just me. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I
I'm always
think,
just
how
the
about
guy who
this?
gets TikTok.
How about this, Mash? for your mom, because moms never ever get this stuff for themselves. You get her like a mani pedi or a facial
nice.
or a massage or something like where she gets treated like
You're gonna have
you
to
don't like
spend more than $500.
The
No,
bung's
you
already
see,
That's gone.
that is like number one, extremely cliche, and number two, it's like that she can do for herself. She can walk
But
into the
if she's
store,
not that type of girl,
get into the nah, guys. Let's
if she's
nah.
let me stand up for Garrett's idea, because it's only really great if you're not that type of girl, if you don't regularly go to the spa and you don't regularly get your nails done, because
Sure.
then it's an experience. But if you're that girl who's always nails and fleek, forget about it.
So let's just go into the cliche of like getting dad's socks for Father's Day.
Oh,
This
it's
is literally
time.
what we're doing. Do you guys realize this is what we're saying? She's a mom.
no,
She needs a
anyway.
massage.
And
Okay,
another thing
but-
about my
but-
mom is she wouldn't go to the spa alone. That's another thing.
No.
I can't just get her a voucher for her and then she's like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna be at the spa alone.
Give her a 500 Rand Woolworths voucher. Let her decide what she wants.
No, that's
it.
even worse.
That's it. My mom loves Woolworths.
You see,
No, wait. How did Woolworths just
enter the chat
tell me-
because
no?
500
Yeah,
Rand
you tell
Woolworths
me
voucher.
boring.
Do you not go to Woolworths
Wait.
every other day? Guys, no.
If I look at them,
Listen,
it's great.
I'm in-
$500 rewards.
No, like my mom is
I'm
a
gonna
Woolworths
defend- Okay, well, you see, we've got a whole bunch of inputs here now. So let me just go back to this thing. So Tracy says an experience, which I think we all agree with. But I disagree with the experience about the theater. What if you send them to some shitty play that they hate or whatever, you know? I'm saying again that moms and a lot of women are too busy and they're too worried about everyone else. A lot of moms are like always worrying about the rest of the family, not thinking about themselves. So she's not going to treat herself to something. I would say you could give her a nice experience. It doesn't have to be a mani or a pedi or a facial or I don't know. Find out what she really wants. But then I do agree with Mash. Like if she really wants a voucher, I hate giving people vouchers. Though I always think like this.
But you're
This is
putting the
just
ball
so-
in their court.
Mm-mm.
You're literally saying, I love you, but I
make-
want you to make this decision. It's on me. I'm sponsoring
But
whatever
not
you're
Woolies.
about to do. It can be any voucher, but the concept of a voucher is exactly that. It's, dude, I don't know what you've been feeling like these past couple of days. Maybe you need a massage. I wouldn't know that information. Here's a 500
Yeah.
Rand gift voucher for said massage or whatever. You're just leaving the ball in their court and you're running away from getting them something that they don't like. If we could get a gift voucher for a play, you know, or for like that theater experience where you choose the play you go to. I mean, you know, then we've killed two birds with one stone. But if Mash's mom likes Woolies, then we know what we need to do, guys. Let's get that
I
Woolies.
feel like this is the socks chat. Woolies. Nah, guys.
Yeah, but that,
Well,
Nah.
also,
dad,
vouchers are a
I just
scam
wanna-
because it's still boxed in.
I just want to say for dads, it doesn't matter what you get them. Dads are not like just buy them the socks. They don't care. Like no dad is ever going to go, oh, that's a shit present, unless they're a horrible person, in which case why you're buying them a present anyway. But like dads are they expect to get the most boring present ever. Dads are not, and don't be thoughtful, be practical. Like guys do not want like the thoughtful. No guy in the world has ever gone, you know, that's a really, really great present, but I wish you'd put more thought into it. Guys don't care about that at all. And dads especially. They're
Like
not
a
looking to be-
toolbox.
Yeah.
Yes.
guys,
Yes,
Dads are not
Indata must have a toolbox. Yes.
Get like a tire repair kit or something like. It sounds horrible, right? Girls go, "Oh, that's the most horrible present," but I promise your dad will be fine with it.
So
Full tank.
horrible.
Just even a full tank. You've done great. You've done
Actually,
amazing.
yeah, that's
There
true.
we
But
go.
Gareth, I've also been thinking about you, like when I've been Christmas shopping, because you said on the show the one day that you have a tradition with
Yeah.
your friends to buy the worst Christmas gift for a certain amount.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? That takes the pressure off because when I walk to the store, I'm like, wow, these are some terrible gift ideas. But this would be perfect for Garrett's idea.
Yeah, we used to do that. We didn't do it this year because I had something else that I wanted to do. But you have a limit there of $100 or 150 because things are so expensive now. It's like, you know, you can. What are you going to buy for $100? Some chappies.
Yeah.
Buy the worst thing you can find. It's going to be like a toilet brush with a Donald Trump head on it, or it's going to be like something really, really shit. I mean, the one that won was an AIDS test. Can you believe someone
Oh, I
would
like
give you
I
that?
love it.
I love that.
That's
Be
so
safe.
thoughtful. That's
Yeah.
very thoughtful.
They're
I need
just-
friends like that,
Yeah,
actually.
they're just like, be safe.
Mm.
Let's
like,
know where you stand.
I care
know your
about
status.
you. Yeah.
You know,
You're thinking,
Right.
I'm more worried about you than care about you at that point.
doesn't it also like
Yeah,
high key tell like they're like, you've been in the streets, child,
You've
and we
been
don't,
out here.
we don't
If
know
some-
if you've been safe. So you know what?
Hey,
We're
if
gonna
someone
let
gifted me
know.
an HIV test,
Yo.
I would.
I when mesh it's perfect for you.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Fridays, hey, don't
Wow.
you just love it here?
Bring it on.
Sure.
right,
So
we've got the whole circus here this morning. So the couple of things I want to ask all of you, because obviously we know Mash has the most adventurous life of all of us, right? And congratulations on that, Mash. I mean, you know, people are still like in awe of the fact that when you and Jason Goliath and I were talking on Tuesday, that you were talking about this nude bar that, I mean, we didn't even know, the rest of us who've been around a lot longer. We didn't know that places like this existed, but you've taught us things. So what are you planning for the holidays? Are you, while you're actually off, are you going to do even more crazy things than that? And then I want to hear what everyone else is doing for the holidays.
First of all, I have been considering going to Cape Town via bus. I was inspired by Khumulimo.
Wait, Mash, have you spoken to brother man Khumulimo about his
Yeah,
experience?
actually.
Like,
that's
I feel like, did you
interesting.
go to him and be like, yo, dude, I want to do this. How was your experience? Because, Chief, I feel like I could stop you right there. Like, right there. Just stop.
The thing is, I also want the audience's opinion. I want to find out which bus liner is the best bus liner for traveling long distance.
none of
because-
them.
I don't think.
As I
anyone
said,
can
stop
know.
right there. Stop, learn from other people's experiences.
Aaron has paid the school fee. You don't need to go to school for this. He
You don't-
did it for you. It
Yes.
is a terrible idea, Mash. We care about you here. We want you to come back in one piece, bro.
And he basically said,
I'm
"Get
gonna-
taxi."
I'm going to jump in here quickly because I once, when I was at varsity, made the mistake. We went to Zimbabwe by bus to a friend of mine's house. Like, it sounded like this amazing place on this lake and everything else. And she had invited us, and she said, "Oh, the best way to get there is to take the bus." Now, this is when we were at varsity. You know, poor students. We didn't have any money. We were like, cool, because the bus will cost a whole lot less than anything else. That's what we thought. So we got on this bus. I got to tell you, going there and back, it was absolutely horrible. Horrible. There's no two ways about it. Horrible. So, Mash, I don't know. Speak to Khumulimo, because I can tell you now, like, my one experience ever, never want to do it again.
Also, did you guys see that a bus was robbed last week on its way to Zimbabwe? These guys literally like were passengers on the bus, and then they got to a place where there was the middle of nowhere, and these guys pulled out guns and robbed the whole bus.
I'm not sure we can hear.
I think everyone's on
Simphiwe.
mute.
Yeah, everyone's on mute on that side. I don't know what's happened there. I think Khumulimo is trying to sort everything out here. We've got like some serious. You know what? Maybe today is like technical hell, because he's asked me now if we're connected on this Comrex, and it looks like everything's fine on my side, but he's not getting anything. And the mics keep giving us shit on that side too. So let's just see if we can figure that out.
Yeah, we'll
Ryan,
figure
what
it
are
out.
you doing? What are you doing while it's you?
So actually, after the show, I'm going to Greytown in KZN to spend Christmas with family for a couple days. So
Isn't
that's
that near
gonna be fun.
That's near Maritzburg.
That's right. So I haven't been to my family's new place there because they've always stayed in Maritzburg, New Hanover, kind of over there. So we're going to Greytown today, probably till just before New Year's. But we have been invited to stay in Belita for New Year's. So I'm still trying to decide if I want to stay in Belita for New Year's or if I want to, be in Joburg for New Year's.
Well,
I don't
as
want people
seen,
to drink.
as
Joburg
seen
for
by
New
this
Year's.
poster here, my name is on it. I'm going to be
Yeah,
in
my uncle
Belito.
sent this to me yesterday.
Oh.
He's like, guess who's in town?
I'm doing a. Well, I'm emceeing, so I'm one of the DJs. I look like I'm a DJ on that poster.
They should have put you at the top or like at the bottom in a different font.
Rather.
Like,
No, well, I
come
mean,
on, guys.
Yeah.
They just
oh,
shoved you in. Just like,
Oh, Gareth,
Uh,
main stage or like
I'm
stage
not-
2.
And
Like,
it's a
Listen,
big week. Let's
listen.
go.
you guys know I'm okay with not getting all the attention. I'm fine with that, but I'm
Mm.
actually just the MC, so I'm going to be introducing all the different acts, and it's going to be fun. I haven't done this
Wait,
for a little
Gareth.
while.
So
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter people were complaining about MCs at Groove that they
yeah.
say the
Oof.
same thing over and over. So like I just want to know like what are some of the lines that you might be saying because people are tired of hearing
Well, Mash will tell you, as long as you don't call the audience a bunch of bitches, then you'll normally be
Yeah.
all right. It's
There we go.
fresh.
All right, you bitches.
Yeah, like it's 2023. If I hear one more, can you feel it? I am not saying yebo. No, I can't feel it. It's been 24 years. I can't feel shit.
Yeah, even the yibba. 1 2 1 2 give it up for no
But
stop.
guys, that's how you hype a crowd up. That is exactly how you hype a crowd up. How
No.
else should they hype crowds
We need
up?
new
We
tactics.
need new.
No,
Give us
Nash,
examples,
come on.
gay.
Hey, you're the one that goes to the nude bars.
Yeah.
You give
Yeah,
us.
no, I
example.
feel like
Right.
they haven't changed acts in a while.
So just hang on, because the whole reason we got into this is people now everybody's sharing their bus stories. All right. So Viasin says, not a bus trip. I traveled for 10 years by bus from Durban to Cape Town. Horrible. They still play DVDs on the bus.
Oi!
What's a DVD?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hot Nut says all buses are cockroach infested. Stay away.
Yes.
Don't do it.
There's nothing. Corona's Boring says there's nothing wrong with taking the bus. Just eat a handful of mushrooms before.
Not bad advice.
Fair enough.
Not bad advice
So
at all.
So I must just be drugged up. in
That's
order to
it.
enjoy
That's
it.
how
Yes.
you'll survive.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Sven says I took a bus from George to Durban. Never ever again anywhere in the world.
You see,
I
learn
took a
from
bus.
other people's experiences, Mash. Don't do it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. A lot of these bus drivers, because they drive these long distances. Now, I know sometimes I get tired when I'm driving, but these guys, think about it. They're driving this bus the whole time. You get very tired very quickly. It can be scary as hell. And if they fall asleep at the wheel, not good. We all know about these.
Is taking the bus like it was in high school? Like, does everybody like fight for the back, or is
No,
it now
you
you want to be in the front to get off first? Because
The
in high
whole
school,
bus
we
is
also
the
did
back.
that.
The entire bus is the back. Nobody wants to really be there. We know we're just squeezing in. Like it's just an unpleasant experience. There's children running around screaming. There's people that are already eating. They just got on the bus, but they're already eating. There's a lot
It's a mess.
happening. It's
a mess.
one
there's
big tag.
smells. There's smells, and some people open like cans of tuna and shit. No, you don't want it. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
No
also, what's the social protocol on a bus? Does everybody put earphones in, or does everyone listen to like a CD?
Ryan,
like-
this is not an airplane, okay? There's no chicken or beef.
There are no
There's
rules.
none of that.
It's what you get is what you get. What you bring is what you get. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
lucky if you bring earphones, but your music and your entertainment is going to be like drunk people in that corner, a bunch of screaming kids in that corner, a shouting mother in the front. It's a lot.
And then someone trying to sell you.
Yes.
Turan. Amaskopas.
Let's
Man,
not
Try
hate
to
on
find
entrepreneurs.
on the bus.
That's drugged up in the back.
It is hell. It is hell on wheels. It's not good. Please, Mash, you could have more fun just being in Johannesburg, or big borrow and steal to get a plane ticket to Cape Town, and they are so expensive at the moment. You have no
Oh, they
idea.
are.
So anyway, so what are you doing, Lebang? What are your plans? You've already managed to palm off some or all of the children on grandma, which
Yes.
is nice for you because you get a break. That means you can have a holiday. Well done.
Yes, in fact, as soon as we finish the show, I'm hoping we can wrap this up soon because I'm just going straight into my car. I'm going to go home, get my bags. I'm going to Graskop. I'm going bungee jumping today. I'm going zip lining today. What's the third thing? There's like a big swing energy vibe. And then I found this Airbnb. I'm going to be in this Airbnb all night tonight doing freaky things. And then tomorrow I go back to my real life with all my children and with their grandparents, and we'll do the whole Christmas bride thing. And then we're gonna pop into to Mozambique for like 1 day, probably on the 1st of
Nice.
January, and then I'm gonna come back on the 2nd, and then on the 3rd I am back at work. So
Nice.
yeah,
But that
That sounds
sounds like you're jamming a lot in today, and it's all like adventure stuff.
It is. Because I always have stuff on my bucket list that I'm like, I'll do it. I'll get to it. I know the day will come. I promise. And then like I just had like a bit of an epiphany in the past 2 weeks where I'm like, let me just freaking do these things. Like what am I waiting for?
Right.
I could get hit by a bus like in Jan. So let me like at
Life is
least
short.
bungee jump before then.
Mm.
I'm just biting the bullet. So I'll let you guys know how that goes if I survive all of these things I'm planning
Well,
today.
Be
my
hit
only
by a
advice,
Mash's
Lebang,
bus.
Where Mash is high in the back of that bus. So you can imagine like
Lebang, I've done that big swing in Gaskop. It is absolutely spectacularly
can't
terrifying.
wait.
My guts were all rearranged for a couple
Yes.
of days, and I was just
Yes.
throwing up. It was absolutely amazing.
Lebang, my
I
only
can't wait.
ask, please don't bring us baby number 6. That's it.
She's
2023.
freaky, so there's
Oh.
six and
So
seven
please
coming.
don't
Oh.
like just
Yeah.
Did you not hear the
Fine.
part where I said I'm gonna be in the hotel doing freaky things in the Airbnb?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Be safe. Must we buy you maybe we must buy you condoms.
No,
ne?
she-
Like that's what you
she
need. ne?
needs-
That's
yeah.
what you guys need. Please.
Worry not, my friends. I'll take care. I will take care to to make sure that the pots are being done. But yes, that's my plan,
Listen.
G. So yeah, today's just gonna be wild. It's gonna be insane.
That isn't. I honestly was expecting you to say like some fairly all of this shit in one day. Bungee
Yeah.
jumping, big swing. That's insane. I love it.
I just
Good.
I have to. Because as I said, tomorrow I'm back with the kids. I'm back with the grandparents. It's like back into regular programming.
Mhm.
And, that's going to be a whole different bungee jump on its own, because that's how kids be. So, yeah.
Lebang, did you get this on special that you're doing this all on one day? Or is this just like, are you paying full price for everything?
I'm paying full price for everything.
Oh.
Like I said, like the bucket list is gathering dust. It's literally gathering dust. And I don't want to be that guy anymore. That's just like, yeah, I will. Yeah. Maybe next year, March. Hey, yeah. Like, when is your availability? Now. The time is now to
Good.
stand up and do the
Good
shit that I've been saying I'm going to do. So
Yeah.
I'll update you guys later if I still have myself towards myself.
She's not even waiting till 2023. She's grabbing it by the horns in
I have to.
2022 already.
All them
Love
kids
it.
still gone. You gotta squeeze it all in, Lebang.
Bro.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Just no baby number 6.
All right. Simphiwe, what about you? I mean, shame. Poor Simphiwe was already meant to be on holiday. We hauled her back into the studio this morning because we wanted to,
Yeah.
have a part of the big goodbye before we all go and leave. But you've already been on holiday. But what are you going to do? Are you going to go anywhere? You got any big plans?
No, I'm gonna be in Joburg because that's the best place to be in December. My friends and I are trying to plan like a last minute friend miss. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend, trying to figure out, who's getting
Nice.
what, where, whose house, what. And then like fun fact, my grand's actually in the building. So we like chilling
Ah.
today. We hanging out today. After the show, we'll probably like grab some breakfast. And then just like, it's just me and her today.
That sounds
Nice.
beautiful.
Very
Simphiwe,
cool.
I've been watching your social media, and Simphiwe has just been at it. She's just been bragging about how, waking up at 9 a.m. is so amazing. No longer. She's been living her best life.
But
Good.
can I also say that your guys adulting is such a real thing because now I'm home and when there's problems, they're calling me. They're like, yeah, yo, the geyser, something, please fix. Oh, the plumbing. Oh, you need to fix. I'm like, excuse me?
Uh-huh.
Like, really?
Yep. I
Like-
get it. You want to not go to work. This is why we go to work so that we can at least get paid for the work. At home, you're not getting paid for
No.
any of that.
They just look at you and they're like, yeah, make a plan. And I'm like, what plan? What
Mm.
must happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that my alarms are officially off. Like, as you could tell, even today was a struggle to wake up, guys.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. It do what it does. And I'm excited. Like, I'm happy. Like,
Yeah, you deserve it, dude. You've had a great year. You're like a workaholic. So
Yes.
literally.
So it's like we're declaring next year the year of stop nonsense. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. And we've got lots of other big plans. I'm not going to announce too many of those this year because we want to start next year with a bang. And Lebang is going to tell us about all of those next year because we've got big things happening. So we'll talk about those just now. I also want to get to something that, Ryan, you took Simphiwe and Mash to Hooters for wings. Now, is this because you were having a competition about wings? I mean, listen, this is the kind of stuff people should do in the holidays. It's like, go and do all the stuff they've talked about doing all year. Was this like a bet that you lost or something,
No.
Simphiwe? What happened here?
Well, no,
Oh,
can I
she
tell
was-
you what, Gareth? This is how it goes, right? This whole year, every Wednesday, there's bottomless wings at Hooters for like $130. You can go and eat as many wings as you want on a Wednesday. And so every time I come to the office on a Thursday, everybody's like, "Oh, you don't go there for the wings. We know what you go there for," with such judgment in their voices. And I'm like, guys, yo,
Yes.
what is going on? The wings are fantastic. And they're like, yeah, we all know what you go there for. So then I was like, okay, come with me one time. And there was one night, I think it was a week or two ago, I dragged Mash and Simphiwe with me. I was like, I want you to see this for yourself because this is ridiculous. And Mash enjoyed himself. He had like 6 plates of wings. He couldn't, and he's like, I can eat more.
Yeah.
Check it in.
I'm sure that was plate number 5.
There we go. Simphiwe wanted to get out of there. She wasn't a fan at all. But Nash and I were having a time. We were just eating all these wings.
So,
Look at some
all right, people have this weird idea that like Hooters is some kind of a strip club, and like
It's not a family restaurant.
It's a
such
family
weird.
restaurant. That's what I'm telling everyone.
It's such a weird American concept. I mean, I don't know why anybody thinks that. First of all, they may have good wings. I'll give them that credit. If Mash says the wings are good, and if Ryan says the wings are good, I'll take their word for it. I've been there, I think, once or twice. I haven't been for like 7 or 8 years because it's not as exciting as people think it is.
Yeah, like growing up, looking at Hooters in these American movies really made it look like a vibe, a party. Like you're gonna walk in there and you see the girls that you see on Pornhub. Those are the girls that are gonna be serving you wings, bro. So I'm like, let's get it. Hooters comes to South Africa. They hire like our friends and our cousins, our tanis, what's, and you're like, come on, bro. It really is nothing like the PR. It is its own thing. And even though we use in inverted commas family restaurant, it's worse than that. It's pretty bland, in my opinion. I wouldn't take my kids there to enjoy. I don't think there's even a vibe. It's just like you just go, you eat, and you bounce. Like there's nothing super memorable about South African Hooters. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
No hate. I'm sure the wings were nice, but hey,
The wings were good.
Simphiwe, come on.
But I don't know if we can classify them as wings because I feel like those things were nuggets, number one. if we got to be honest up in here because we decided to go with like the boneless wings and then kitty nuggets that came before us. So I was like, what a scam.
That was your first era. Boneless wings. It's a chicken wing. If it doesn't have bones in it, it is automatically not a wing. Automatically. Like you've played yourself.
Yeah. So that was my first thing. But also, Ryan's not telling the full story. Like he'd go on and on about the girls at Hooters.
Yes.
That's how we're like, this place is not for eating then, right? And then he's like, I have a friend. I have a friend.
And I was like, hey, bro, are these people actually your friends? Would they be your friends if you weren't paying them for wings? If you're not tipping them? Until we actually went there and I saw. And I was a little bit skeptical, to say the least, because
we did
these
see
are all
some
12-year-old girls.
We saw some bums. We're like, guys.
It was like young high school girls, and I was like, "Hi, man, he doesn't come for the girls." That's when we realized.
Yeah, but the service was great.
The surface.
Well,
the surface. Smash is still high. He's high from the boneless wings.
Listen, if it doesn't have bones, like Lebang says, then you don't know actually whether it's chicken or not. That's all I'm going to say.
You can't trust that.
Could be pigeon. It could be processed like salami and polony.
Yeah.
You don't know what. You have no idea.
Everyone in the comments agrees with me. Go look at these comments. Everyone agrees with me. I'm glad. Everyone else enjoys Hooters. Sims, you enjoyed it that night, though. Come on.
I did. Yes, I did enjoy it. But I definitely did think that you went there for other reasons. Like the way you spoke about, you did not speak about the wings, dude. You were like, yo, but the girls,
like,
the vibe,
like you go on Wednesdays. Well, they do offer They do offer not just boneless. They do offer the other one. I just prefer the boneless ones. So it's just easier.
Lazy, waste.
Cabello says, Mash, what the hell? You eat wings with a fork?
Good question.
They're like nuggets. Look at them. They don't have bones.
They do look saucy though.
So I just
No, they
shoved them
were
in my
good.
mouth.
Yeah. They were
So
really
people
good. They
ate
were
like
nice.
really hot ones, and then
Yeah,
the
I
mouth
almost
went
died.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't give me anything hot, guys. Tolerance is on a zero.
You made me hungry for like wings now. Now this is what I want. This is the worst
Wednesday,
idea about
go.
things. Whenever we talk about food on the show, then
Food,
I immediately
yeah.
get hungry. It's just a bad idea. All right.
Gareth,
So-
if you go to the one in Mshlanga, there's a picture of you on that wall. One of them
Mshlanga.
The one where?
In
Wait,
Mshlanga.
where?
one in
Yeah.
Mshlanga.
The one where?
There's a picture on the wall in
Mshlanga.
Gareth's picture on the wall
In Mshlanga. How do you spell Mshlanga? Is that an SH or?
No, you spell it OOMSHLANGA.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, listen, a lot of people are not going away, but the people I feel the most sorry for at Christmas is the people who are alone. And there are a lot of people who like spending much of the year alone. I mean, there are a lot of single people or people who are, they prefer their own company. Maybe they have lots of people they have to be with at work and it's enough. And when they get home, they like want to take their shoes off and sit and watch TV or whatever. But at Christmas time, I always feel like, if there's somebody who's alone, you should really invite them around and like be nice to them. It's a horrible time to spend alone. We know that, right? We spoke to Dr. Hanan about this.
And I see here, Francis Eckstein says here, guys, met up with Twitter mates yesterday for lunch. It was the first time we met each other face to face. Have you done something similar? Huge fun.
It's a real thing. It's actually like a big, I guess, culture online. Like somebody will tweet, "Hey guys, I'm actually spending Christmas alone. Blah 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 blah. Anybody who wants to come, you can come through." And then you just DM that person, especially in Joburg. Like a lot of people who don't go back home end up being alone in Joburg, and just you meet like a bunch of strangers and people that you could potentially become real friends. So it's very, very, very like a big culture. It's very cool.
Yeah,
And
I saw someone said like open house party on my social media the other day. Now, obviously I didn't go, but because I didn't know this person at all, but I'm like, ooh, you're taking a chance as well. Because if you have an open house party and you
in South
invite
Africa,
there's some crazy people around. I don't know if that's always a good idea.
There was this one year where, and this happened in the States. So there's a lady who sent a message to, I think she was trying to send a message to her son saying, "Hey, so we're doing Christmas dinner this year. Bring the what. And she sent the message, but it went to a wrong number. So the person who actually got the message responded and said, "Hey, yo, wrong number, but can we still come though?" And she was like, "You're more than welcome." This was literally 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Every single year, those people spend Christmas together. They update the whole world on Twitter to show us that they are still linking up. And it's just like these two young black guys in America who are like hip hop heads with these old country grannies. It's so funny. It is the funniest thing, but it's amazing. Yeah, they've kept that whole thing going.
Oh, that is beautiful. And I can also attest that most of my friends are actually people I met on social media. Either we met on Twitter, just attacking politicians, or we met on apps such as House Party, where we're just video calling random people. There were always random people just masturbating on that app, but we met lots of exciting, interesting people.
I don't trust your friends, Nash. Look where they take you. Look at these places they take you. I'm sorry, I can't, Mash. A nude bar, bro.
I do want to look at it. Just a couple of news stories before we go into like totally enjoying the holidays, because I'm not going to be. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to be paying any attention to the news over the holidays.
Zero.
I'm getting zero. Right? You're not going to turn on any of that on the TV. I'm not going onto news apps. I probably won't go onto Twitter or anything either. So this is my last chance to find out what's actually going on in the world. So apparently, they're going to implement using lie detectors to stop poaching. I don't know how that's going to work, but like poachers are probably good liars anyway. They don't care. So I don't know how
exactly.
Any ideas on that?
Come on.
No.
Come on.
But because people can like always rig that thing, right? It's all about your heart rate. So if you just control, your heart rate, you're good to go. Wow, guys, stop making people professional liars now.
I think I would love them to make like a portable lie detector that we could all just use on the daily, like kind of if someone says to you, "I'm sorry I was late, there was traffic," and you're just like, "Okay, put this lie detector on, let's just do that again."
and it goes ding 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 ding.
It's like
It's
there
not
was
gonna
no
work
traffic.
with black people, Gareth. That
Ah,
thing is not going to work with black people.
I refuse.
Oh.
Simphiwe, I refuse.
It's
I
just not
refuse.
because the lies are just gonna get more like, yeah, but I was at the robots.
That
Yeah.
is true.
You know, I was at the stop sign. Which stop sign?
But that's just a general people thing, not like black people specifically. Like just the term African timing is like a lie. Like I feel like human beings are all gonna get caught out. That is a fact.
Yes.
Like all of us
That's
do it, whether you're pink, blue, purple, red, or whatever. We are all guilty of that little white lie every now and again. So we'd all be fucked. That's why we don't have that portable lie detector.
Agreed.
Put it on the politicians.
Yes,
Oof.
put it
Ooh.
on the politicians, yeah. It's their
It would
fault
be going,
that I'm late.
it would be going off all the time. I just assume with people who are in politics, I just assume that they're lying all the time, and then occasionally, once every 100 things they say, one is true. That's what you usually.
Absolutely.
Then you won't be disappointed.
There's a show that
so
I watched
quickly,
a couple of. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
There's a show that I watched a couple of years ago. It's called Lie to Me. And basically, it follows this other guy. He's some sort of psychologist or something, and he can tell when people are lying, and he is never wrong. He can always read people. And that was actually the reason why he actually ended up divorcing his wife on the show, because she was like
The irony.
Wow.
Talk about an own goal.
But he was always reading everyone. Even his own daughter hated him because she'd be like, no, I'm just going to Lindsay's house. And he's like, no, you're going to a party. And it never worked. It never worked.
That sounds like so much work.
Yeah.
Just let people lie, bro. Like,
Live a little, you know.
lie a
But
little.
at least switch it off when you get home, you know, like just be like, yeah, everyone else can lie, but you know, in the house.
So speaking
just-
of like dodgy lying people, this is a great story. You know that Sam Bankman-Fried, who's basically ripped off like thousands and thousands of people of billions of dollars with his FTX trading platform, right? This guy, who, here's a picture of him and his girlfriend, all right? Take a look at these two. So, I mean, what a disaster on both fronts. Look at these two. So he's going to face charges in the United States. He has arrived there where he's going to face charges. He's going to be probably sent to jail for a long time. Now, his girlfriend over on the right, look at her. She's a 2 out of 10. And she has done what 2 out of 10s always do. She has turned on him. She is going to give evidence. She's pleaded guilty, and in a plea bargain, she's basically going to sell her former boyfriend down the river because she is a disgraceful human being. And she doesn't want to go to jail, so she's decided she'll just throw him to the wolves. Now, what kind of a girlfriend is that? I say again, she's a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10s do this. That's how they behave. You must never date a girl who looks
No,
ever date a girl who looks like that.
even the hottest
She will-
chick will leave you.
Even the hottest chick.
The hottest chick,
The
if
hottest
she'll
chick
be
will
the
do the
first one to
same.
leave.
Nonsense.
It's not
The
about.
ugliest ones
It's
will
not
do
about
even-
the two.
Ugliest ones will do it harder because they're bitter. and resentful.
She looks like Yoko.
Congo Christmas says. Wait, was it Congo who said that? Yeah, how is it they both look like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age?
Okay, but
Sure.
honestly, what would you give her out of 10? All of you, and be honest. And it's not just me being horrible.
No,
Forget about him.
Um,
He's a disaster.
PSA, public service announcement. I am not participating in this.
She looks
No,
like a
come on,
before.
Lebang.
Mash before what? Yo,
Before taking
Come
a
on,
bus
I
to
wa-
Cape Town.
I want a number from each of you for this woman.
Yo,
What is her name?
Nope.
you know, no, wait. Beauty is what is in the eyes of the beholder. Like, you know, so we
Caroline Ellison. Come on, Simphiwe, I want a number. Go.
yo, everyone's beautiful, Gareth. You know,
Be
everyone-
honest,
There's
Simphiwe.
someone out there who loves this person and is like, oh, she is my dream
the
girl.
mere fact that she had a man
And
and I'm
he's
still
going
single
to prison
tells
for
you a
it.
lot. Tells you
He's
a lot.
going to prison
She
for it.
got a man. That woman got a man. Simphiwe is single.
I'm still-
That's
You know, so
that's all we need to know.
Well, listen, guys. Simphiwe is single, but in case you guys don't listen to the Third Draft podcast, you might not know that Simphiwe always flirts with our male guests, and she's always
Yes.
trying to, get herself on with the male guests, and it's something that I do encourage it. First of all,
Mash, you're stretching the truth a bit too much there, hey? Like that's That's not the case.
So,
I'm
Mash, are you pimping Simphiwe? What's happening here? I feel
I'm
like
just
this is
very-
confession
no,
time.
No. I'm very friendly with all our guests. I ask
Mhm.
them, more or less the same questions about how much money
Mhm.
they're making, and that's it. It's very important to know how much money is in the bank because
Do
they start
you?
looking cuter after you know the figure.
Do
That's
you,
it.
boo boo? Do
Mhm.
you, boo boo?
Until she turns on them.
Everybody gets turned on, like literally at some point in life. The closer you get to people, you like betrayal is almost guaranteed. That's just like life. The question is, after the betrayal, how do you act? Like literally right now, Young Thug is about to get a life sentence, whereas everybody else in his team is getting took a plea deal.
Mhm.
And these are his people
No.
that he came up with from the bottom. They
Yeah.
all took a plea deal, including his brother. He's the one who's
Imagine.
getting a life sentence. So hey, it be your own, bro. Everybody's gonna betray you. The end.
Mhm.
Well, speaking about going to jail, Boris Becker, former tennis superstar, said he relied on his blood brothers to protect him in a British prison. He said his life was threatened twice in his first interview since being released. The 55-year-old, I didn't even know he was in jail, to be honest with you. And apparently the 55-year-old German tennis star was deported to Germany after being released last week, having served 8 months of a 2.5-year sentence, flouting insolvency rules by hiding 2.5 million pounds in assets to avoid paying debts. They will get you eventually.
They
They
will
will get
find you.
He took a page out
Yeah.
of our president's book.
I was
Yeah,
about
but-
to say,
Sure.
Our president has managed to stay out for longer than Boris. Anyway, Boris Becker was declared bankrupt back in June 2017, owing creditors 50 million pounds on an unpaid loan of
Chalatekana.
3 million. Yes, sis.
no ways.
In an emotional 3-hour interview with German broadcaster Sat1, the former tennis number one said that the nights in the prison were far worse than anything else. They were atrocious. He said he had to forge relations with a group of inmates he termed blood brothers, as two prisoners he called John and Ike on separate occasions that threatened him. John was serving 25 years for multiple murders, threatened to harm him if he didn't give him money. So
At least-
don't
Yeah, it's prison. This is not the
Oh.
tennis court, buddy.
Oh, at least all
So
they
don't
wanted was
think if
money.
you're famous and rich and you've lived this incredible life that you can rack up debts and get away with it. If you go to prison, it's going to be horrible. He said, you do not sleep at night. He said you could hear the screams from people trying to kill themselves or harm themselves
Oh,
or people swearing at each other. He described the prison as extremely dirty and dangerous. He says there were murderers, child abusers, drug dealers, every kind of criminal you can imagine. So, ugh.
it's
Ugh,
prison.
so-
What do we expect? Of course, it's going to be
Yeah.
crap. It's literally where they put like criminals and stuff. It's not going to be a walk in the park. And definitely, you are a human. At the end of the day, you don't get special treatment, bro. Pay your taxes, avoid getting ass raped. The end.
Exactly. And try not this holiday to break the rules and end up in prison. Okay. It's a good
Yeah.
piece of
Please
advice for
don't
all
call
of us.
us as well. If you get stopped over for drinking and driving or you please don't call us. Hey, do you have like 2 point something just to get me out of? Hey, chief, we don't have that money.
Please don't, because that happened to me this time last year, and I never got my money back. And now that person's
Hey.
not my friend anymore. Yeah, my friend called me literally like tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary where he called me and said, Lebang, I'm getting arrested. DIY, send me 2.5 now or else my ass is grass. And me being a good friend, I sent him the money. In like Jan, Feb, I'm like, okay, cool. You're out of jail now. We're all good. Can I get my money back? That person has blocked me. We don't need, like, there's nothing at all. And that friendship is over. So don't do it. Like, it sucks because I lost a friend in the process. I thought I was helping him. Kante, he just, was just,
That's a-
using me. It sucks.
Well, you didn't lose much then in that case. I mean,
I guess.
yeah.
I guess. It's actually very sad.
No, when someone does that to you, they're actually doing you a favor. You're basically paying them $2.5 grand to get out of your life because they're horrible people. But you needed to
100%.
have, so it's like it's a good price to pay to get rid of that person because now you know what their true colors are. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. So Steve says sex is wonderful first thing in the morning unless you're in prison. Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Very good.
absolutely.
We're just resetting Lebang's camera quickly because it seems to have frozen up. So a lot of people also want to know about this, but an amazing story and something I didn't think we would see in our lifetimes. The U.S. life expectancy, which was going up and up and up. That's in the U.S., like the country where you would expect life expectancy to go up faster than anywhere else. It is at its lowest in 25 years Now, this is a frightening thing. So apparently, COVID-19 and drug overdoses have led to a second straight year of worsening life expectancy in the US. It is its lowest in 25 years. Apparently, according to 2021 data, Americans are expected to live 76.4 years, which is down 2 years from a peak of 78.8 years in 2019. So I've always been one of those people who says humans, we're getting better and better. Life is getting better and better. Things are getting better. We're learning with technologies helping us to live longer and better lives. Well, turns out we may have hit our peak, Maybe in 2019, that was the best it was ever going to get.
But isn't a contributing factor to that what they're eating, that side?
Yeah. Well, okay, so here it is. Heart disease is the number one cause of death. So Mash has hit the nail on the head. After eating these boneless wings full of sauce, which of course, Mash is pointing out, like, this is the biggest problem. And this is why I think, Americans have got to start being honest with themselves. They've got to look in the mirror. And this is good advice for all of us ahead of Christmas. Yes, there's going to be nice food. And yes, you're going to get to go and spend some of your hard-earned money on, restaurants, or treat yourself to not having to cook and get takeaways or whatever you want to do. But man, you got to be careful, because that heart disease is definitely killing more Americans than anything else, followed by cancer and COVID. Those are the three biggest killers of the last 2 years. So not the best news for America, but it's something you pay attention to. Got to be careful. Listen, I'm so worried that by this time next week, I'm going to be round, just because all the food. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she was saying they're all going to be at, the whole family's going to be at their house tomorrow. Well, that would be today now, to do all the cooking, right? So there's going to be this and that, and now everybody starts to get ready.
That's the catering team, basically.
Correct. The catering team pull in today. So there's going to be a lot of good food tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. And
That's smart, because with Eskom now you got to cook 3 days before, because you only have power for 6 hours in the day.
No, don't worry. These ladies are very smart. They have gas stoves, Chief. Nothing will stop women from cooking a meal that they said they're going to cook. Chief.
That's
just put everything in the freezer. Literally. Like, otherwise your stuff's gonna go off.
Yeah.
Surviving ESCOM 101.
Also, I was having a chat with my dad yesterday, and we were talking about the same thing, because obviously we've been buying food to take to Durban, because we're gonna have our Christmas there. And my dad was saying, you know what next year we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a restaurant on Christmas Day, like one of those really nice restaurants for Christmas, because it's got to be cheaper than buying all the food that everyone like brings to the table. Surely.
And you know what? A lot of these restaurants have, like, there are a lot of really good restaurants where you will struggle to get a booking because they're full for Christmas Day, and people don't want to cook sometimes. Like, especially if you are the mum, or you're one of those catering team members that Simphiwe mentioned earlier. Sometimes you're like, I want my Christmas too, and you go somewhere, let someone else do the food, let someone else clean the mess afterwards. You go home.
That's a big part of the Christmas celebration that everybody doesn't talk about. The cleaning up of the dishes and the what and the mopping. Like, if you can remove that, that's adding more into your fun time. So go to a restaurant, eat, and fuck right off. You can now go home and just like sit around and sing songs around the piano, whatever y'all do.
No, I've done this. Wait, guys. I've done the whole restaurant thing. It was my grand, myself, and my sister. The downside to it is that you don't get to just relax and chillax and just eat at your own pace, because they're like, hey, Chief, we need this table. There was a reservation for 2 o'clock.
The privacy.
Yes, and it's so packed. So I will say that, like, if you can, be at home. Be at home. And the trick is, if you have a catering team, so if you know that the mom is going to be cooking, they shouldn't be the ones also cleaning up. And they shouldn't be the ones doing the pots, because then they're never going to want to cook for y'all ever again. So if you guys are like, if you guys cook, we'll do the pots. I promise you, by 4 o'clock, it's a party.
It's a party. Yeah. And these days, I think there's different ways to maneuver that. So if you want to be in the comfort of your home during Christmas, there's a lot of like small businesses.
I can't hear
you guys just cut out. Yeah. Lebang and Simphiwe and Mash, you cut out there. I don't know what happened to you. You got major technical issues today. We'll have to iron these out over the holidays. Sort them out. Can't hear a damn thing. Sorry, Lebang. Couldn't hear you. You cut out there. You guys are all on mute for some reason. Beth says, my mother loves doing the turkey, but this year we're stressing because we don't know if there'll be load shedding or not. And one of the elements in the oven broke 2 days ago. Yeah, you see, these are the day-to-day problems people have to deal with. Sorry, Lebang, you were cut off halfway through that sentence. Just finish what you were saying.
Sure. Where was I again? Oh, yeah. So these days, what you can do, if you want to be in the comfort of your home and still have that privacy vibe, there's a lot of small businesses that can bring you like professional cooked, ready-made stuff in these like takeaway vibes. So you don't have to worry about all the cleaning of the pots and stuff, but you still get the goodness of really guaranteed good food. And also you're supporting like a small business. It's like a little, like a chef that you find on Twitter that's like, hey guys, I'm trying something out. Here's like a Christmas pack, like $130 per person. So restaurant prices and food quality in the comfort of your own home.
I love it. All right.
It's
Can
a
we also
vibe.
just talk? Can we also talk about Christmas movies? And we'll get into that in the next hour because this is a whole big thing. Kids, as a child, I also used to watch. I mean, everybody's talking about Home Alone, right? I see that's like the big thing everyone's talking about is like Macaulay Culkin, the original Home Alone. Still one of the best Christmas movies. There are a couple of others. We've got to get into those just now. Mash has also got a game that he wants us to play, which I'm nervous about because whenever Mash brings a game, there's usually something we should be nervous about. So lots of things to talk about in the next little while. And it's Simphiwe, Lebang, Mash, Ryan, and you and I all together for Christmas because tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So stick around. CliffCentral.com. Friday morning, the 23rd of December. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Welcome to the Third Draft Podcast, the show where we interview. Wait, do I start with who we are?
Catch the show.
We chat all about
Content creation.
the
business of content.
the business of content. Yeah, I
and
think
how
we can
much
take
money.
this one.
And how much? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
and then I'll be like, how much money or something. You
yes,
know,
yes,
you have
yes,
to
go.
keep it a bit
Yes,
spicy.
yes. I'm Simphiwe,
And I'm Mash.
and we are the host of the Third Draft Podcast. So catch fresh episodes every Wednesday on CliffCentral.com
On YouTube.
and on podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I like that. I like that. No, you need to do that. I
Yes, indeed. And we will be coming back with some very, very exciting new stuff in the new year. I'm really, really thrilled to tell you about what we're going to be doing from January. It's going to be a very busy month for us. So we hit the road running. Early January, make sure you don't miss a damn thing. There's going to be stuff on for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, but we will be back live with the GCS on the 9th of January. And in between, there'll be plenty of good stuff to keep you entertained and inspired and informed and educated. Everything that you need to know. By the way, talking about shows, there's also going to be a special 2-hour festive edition of that 80s show, which is going to be happening this morning.
Nice.
You can hear some of your favorite songs. Paolo and Dori will chat about VHS clothing. They'll talk about 80s comic strips, some of the 80s icons that we lost this year, like Olivia Newton-John, Irene Cara, Angela Lansbury, Meatloaf, Kirstie Alley, and a whole lot more. So they've got plenty to talk about this morning. Right now, we are live with Lebang, with Simphiwe, with Mash, with Ryan, with you, and with me. So let's get into it. We got a lot to do this morning. We got a lot to talk about still. We've got to settle the debate on what is the best Christmas movie of all time. We've already got people weighing in on this. Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, says Tracy. Congo Christmas says Die Hard is a Christmas movie. This is an ongoing debate. I think people have more or less accepted that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And yes, it is one of my favorites. But let's just go around the room. So we'll start with you, Ryan, because you seem to have the most Christmas movies on your rotation here. So what are you watching? What is the Christmas movie of all time? If it isn't Home Alone or Die Hard, and it better not be one of those two because they've already been taken, what is it?
I'm saying it's the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen. I don't know if you've seen it. They have like 3 of them, but like it's such a good series. If you're not watching Die Hard, you know, that's all right. That's my favorite Christmas movie, but I know everyone has different ones. That's why I'm curious.
All right. So, Simphiwe, what about yours?
Definitely Home Alone, guys. Like, that's the thing. My gran and I, we be watching. She even knows the character name. She'll be saying, you know, the lines word for word. And she's just like, she knows around this time. She's like, Calvin, we need to watch Calvin. Home Alone is the go-to, and she never gets bored.
Does anybody here watch Schitt's Creek?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Mash, if you watch Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin's mom is Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Really?
Yep. There's something you're going to look out for. Now, I promise you. So Moira, the mom from Schitt's Creek, who's hilarious. She's one of the best actors. She's a comedy actress like very few. She's very, very good. She is actually Macaulay Culkin's mom in Home Alone. So yeah, there's something to watch. All right, Mash, what's yours? What's your Christmas movie?
My Christmas movie is a little known movie called Krampus.
Eh? What?
That is fucking terrifying. All right. Krampus is frightening. It's a horrible, horrible movie. It's about this monster who like kills people during Christmas.
Yes, that is my favorite holiday movie. I like horror movies. I can't stand like comedies and all of those little play things.
God,
so I love horrors. And
Who hurt
that's
you,
the
Mash?
perfect.
Let's talk about this. Who
Do you
hurt
watch
you?
it by yourself, or do you watch it with
What
other
happened
people?
for you to? No, what happened?
A lot happened, but I watch it with my whole family. My family likes horror movies too, apart from my dad. But everybody in my family loves horror movies, and they just bring us together, quite literally.
So being scared brings you guys together.
Yeah, fear brings my family together.
No, listen.
The trauma. Like the traumas that are actually coming out today. My word.
I mean, really, here you were thinking like Mash should have some happy, lovely, fun movie. He's like, no, I like Krampus. And let me show you what Krampus looks like. So it's an old legend that really is just awful and terrifying. It's based on this the story that instead of the good kids getting presents, the bad kids get punished by this thing called Krampus.
National marker.
Oh man,
National marker.
plug at the back there. What the hell is the plug doing there?
I actually don't believe Mash right now. I think I'm being lied to. I think we're all being lied to. Mash, what's your favorite part from Krampus?
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Who's in
part?
it?
Who's in it? Who's the lead role?
I don't
Come
know.
on.
Reenact one of the scenes.
because you wanted
What's
the
your
whole
favorite part
family
from
out together.
Krampus?
One out in the snow and that's hunting him. Oh, that's my favorite part.
Ah,
Yeah, let it begin.
Oh man, no man. Look at this.
Yeah. Look, basically it's the devil. Yeah, that's Krampus. So listen, this is not fun. What Mash is talking about here is fucking terrifying. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what we're talking about. Horrible, scary movie.
No,
Is
when
it
is
really
this
your
movie
favorite
from?
movie?
That's my first question. When is this movie from? And Mash, who introduced you to this movie? Because you're definitely 19 or something.
And also, is it a Christmas movie or do you just watch it at Christmas time?
It is a Christmas movie. It is about Christmas.
How did you find it? Who introduced you to it?
I found it on YouTube.
Oh my god.
I seriously love this movie.
Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay.
It came out, I'll tell you guys when it came out just now, 2015.
all I'm saying is, Mash, I think you and your family need to just join us one Monday with Dr. Anan. We need to unpack this because wow, we can't.
Oh, yes, you did. You know?
No,
No,
guys.
man. Look at
Mash or
this.
Mark?
According to you guys, I should have Dr. Hanan on speed dial.
Yes.
Well,
This
it's
is
not-
your
it's not
favorite Christmas
usual.
movie.
There's something wrong with you. It's horrible, Mash. That really is horrible. Okay, Lebang, you got what? You've probably got like 10 because you
No.
kids have to have
Actually,
lunch, right?
funny enough, I actually, to be honest, I don't even have like a favorite Christmas movie. It's not really a thing for me. It's never been a thing. But I will say from my memory, it's probably something like around The Grinch, just because when I watched it as a kid, it was just so interesting and the concept was just so anti. So that's the one that probably sticks out. But in terms of like what is the movie, I absolutely do not have one. I don't even want to go into Google and pretend like I have one. But I'd have to say The Grinch, just because like it's such a classic.
It is a classic.
Well, they should put Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend in Krampus. Then I'll watch it.
Look at that poor little pug. There's even a pug in the back.
There's a pug there. Like, why?
Who hurt you guys? No, you guys must hear.
Mash, tell us about the pug. Seeing as this is your favorite movie that you watch every year.
There's no pug in the movie.
Ah.
No,
Oh, so that's just for deco.
that's
is
just
the
a
thing.
random picture I found of Krampus on the internet.
Oh, Krampus and his pug.
All right. Well, I've got a couple of them. I mean, all the ones that you've mentioned already, I love. So there's one movie though that we watched as kids because I don't know if you've ever heard of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's got like Chevy Chase. I'm old, so you guys probably don't remember this, but it's the most hilarious Christmas movie. This poor guy, he tries to make Christmas special for his family, but everything just fucks up. Every possible thing that can go wrong goes wrong. All the most horrible relatives come. They ruin everything about Christmas for this poor dude, and all he wants to do is give his family the best Christmas. And it's hilarious. I mean, it's a very funny movie. But I remember some people watching it just going, "Oh no, this is too sad," because this poor man is just trying so hard and nothing is working out for him. So if you want to watch a good movie, that's also a good one to get hold of. It's very difficult to find now. I can't even find it on the internet because it's so old. But it was properly hilarious back in the day.
What's it called again?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And it's
Is
this
it black
family.
and white?
No, man. It's this family.
I mean, he's not that old, though. Gareth is definitely not that old.
It's this family called the Griswolds. And it's like this really happy family. And then just this poor man, like, he falls off the roof. He doesn't get his bonus check. His brother-in-law pulls up in a like mobile home and starts emptying the shitter into the drain outside the house. He pulls down the Christmas lights by mistake. Things explode. It's all a big fucking disaster for this man, but it's at the same time very hilarious. So it's a good movie to watch. If anyone else has seen that in the comments, let me know. Here we go. Sharon says Christmas Vacation was awesome. Apparently, Scarface is a Christmas movie, according to Congo Christmas.
I'm seeing a lot of people talk about Dinner for One, but isn't that a New Year's Eve movie?
Oh, that's a depressing thing. I've only ever seen it like passing by on TV, and I just never want to watch it. Leanne says Love Actually is a great Christmas.
Oh,
that is
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
Definitely. What a classic.
Yes.
What a classic. Loved it.
Absolutely. See, people do know. Tracy says the best line for National Lampoons is when Chevy Chase's deadbeat brother-in-law pulls up with his camper van. Sorry about the bathroom. Shitter is full. Yeah, that's okay. Krampus is a German folk tale. Krampus is the shadow of Santa, and he kidnaps naughty kids, puts them in a bag, and beats them with reeds and chains.
The more we learn about this movie, the more concern I get. Mash, are you okay?
Also, Matt, are you watching this with Congo Chris?
I am not, but Congo Chris, you must watch stuff because it seems like we have the same taste.
You're
so-
right, bo baby. Nisha, bo baby. Guys, what happened?
Sanela
okay,
says
dog?
there's something called How to Ruin Christmas on Netflix.
Oh,
It's
yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Very
good.
Season 3 is out. It's great, but it's only 3 episodes, so I'm mad. And I haven't watched it, so nobody ruined it for me yet.
That's very good.
But yeah, that one.
It's very good. It's got like such a strong South African cast. Like if you can think of all the like the really, really good actors from Generations, Isiting, or all the stuff we watched growing up, those people are still so good in their prime. They were great. Now it's like even better to see them still be able to carry, such a strong, the topics, everything is just so good. Like you have to watch. If you're probably South African, watch
Yes.
How to, like, it's lovely. It's hilarious. Desmond Dube's in there and you're like,
Yes.
Desmond Dube, bro, you are still good. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I
That's
highly
awesome.
recommend.
I put the camera on Mash just now because he's, ever since we brought up Krampus, I think he feels like we're being horrible to him because he's sitting there looking very miserable. Mash, are you all right?
I am good. I am absolutely good. And I'm going to be watching that as well. How to Ruin Christmas.
Yes.
Simphiwe and Lebang. I'll be watching it.
But it's a good movie. It's a very rom-com. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a
It's far away from the Kremlin. Or,
Yeah.
it's quite an
Don't-
upgrade.
don't
quite
judge
an
it by the title. Don't judge it by the title. It's a very,
I also
Yeah.
used to watch. Did anybody else watch Jack Frost back in the day?
Oh yeah, that was
Jack Frost
cool.
was also a good one.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
All right.
Tom
so
Hanks had
let's-
some good movies as well. Like Tom Hanks at some point was just being put in all these Christmas things, and he was killing
Yeah.
it. There's one where he's like
Michael Bublé of the
on the
movies.
train. Absolutely, anything with
Christmas
Tom
movie
Hanks.
scene.
Mwah.
So, all right, let's let Krampus play a game now. So, Krampus, what are you gonna? I think you've got a new name for Christmas, Mash. What's the game you want us to play this morning? Let's go.
So firstly, I want you all to have your phones handy. This is a fun little game. It actually involves all of you. It's
Mhm.
about all of you, rather.
No man.
And I want to get the audience involved. And I think it's a great way to end the year, So
All right.
let's go.
the game is fairly simple. All of you have my number. So I want you
Yes.
guys to text me. I'm gonna say a name.
Can I WhatsApp you?
Yeah, WhatsApp me.
Yeah, cause hey,
Yeah,
Oh.
I meant WhatsApp.
yeah,
Oh.
like now I must use my my airtime.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Lebang.
I thought you had iMessage, bruv.
Yeah, we have iMessage. It'll just be blue. Don't worry. So
What do we need?
I'm
to
gonna
do?
be mentioning each of your names, and I want you guys to just text me the very first word that comes to mind. It's a great way. It's a great icebreaker game, and it's a great way to actually also get the audience involved. I say someone's name, and I want you guys to all just share one word that comes to mind. For example, I say Ryan. You can say Irish, for example.
Okay, let's go. Let's start.
Okay,
this
let's
So,
start because
First word that comes to mind describing this person. It's fun, it's simple, and it's very straightforward. So we're gonna start off with, actually, I think I'm gonna leave Gareth for last. So
Wait,
I'm gonna start
quick
off with
question. Wait, quick.
Mhm.
The person that you mentioned, are they able to also just figure themselves, or it's just everybody else?
No. It's
Okay.
actually the person that I mentioned. Actually, let's actually spice it up a bit. The person that I mentioned, they can also send a message
For
just-
themselves.
yeah,
Okay.
how
Okay,
they
let's
would
go.
describe
Let's
themselves
go.
in one word.
Let's
So
go.
we're gonna start off
Right.
with Simphiwe Mtetwa. So I want everybody to text me right now the very first word that comes to mind when I say Simphiwe. And all your texts
Got
have
it.
come in. So I'm gonna start off with Lebang.
I was quick, nah. I was
Lebang was
fast.
very quick. So Lebang's word for Simphiwe is East Rand. That's the first word that comes to mind.
Where is the lie? Where is the lie?
I just gotta say the East Strand is the best strand. You know what I mean? So
Hey, no lying around Christmas, girl. Come on. Let's keep it honest.
And then Gareth's word for Simphiwe is smile.
yes.
Simphiwe has a very
Nice.
beautiful
Yes.
She
smile.
does.
And then Ryan says kicked out.
That's
And-
technically 2 words. Just like East Rand is technically 2
I
words.
put a
Okay.
dash. I put a dash so it's one.
You know, can I tell you
You
something?
guys can't even follow rules.
Poor Simphiwe, like she was kicked out last year. Is she gonna have to last another year before she gets rid of this reputation of being kicked out of a New Year's party?
Sure.
Wait, have a look at all these comments. Actually, look at
Money fighting.
Look, mom, pot of gold, SIM card money, springs.
You are you guys?
And then the last one is from Simphiwe herself. She would describe herself as awesome.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
self-love.
I mean,
Self-love.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's go.
And then up
Okay.
next, we have Ryan. So everybody send me one word that you think best describes Ryan, including you, Ryan.
I'm worried about this one.
All right.
Should be. Based on
I'm
what
I'm
I've
waiting for
seen.
Nico to say water in the comments. I'm waiting for it.
So let's start off with Lebang. Lebang said Ryan. The first word that comes to mind when I say Ryan is Mac Miller.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hell yeah. The
Okay.
first day I met Ryan, he literally gave me like so much Mac Miller music. I'll never forget that day. It was the best.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
And
Right.
then Gareth says enthusiastic.
Hmm,
So that's
Yeah.
cool. And
Because
then
Ryan's always
Simphiwe-
like Ryan's always doing 10 ideas at once. He's always like, you've got 5 things that he wants to do that are new on the show. There's all this stuff going on all the time. He's like an Energizer bunny.
Yes, he definitely is.
Ooh.
And then Simphiwe says Spotify. It is an inside joke in the office. Why is Simphiwe saying that? And
Why?
then
Tell us now.
Yeah,
Now we
I
all
also
need
want to
to
know. Now we all
Yeah.
need to know. Like,
I-
we're not on the inside.
Now-
we're
now I have
outside
to
looking
tell you.
in.
yeah, now I have to expose you, Ryan. I'm so sorry in advance. So Ryan,
You have to tell the right
actually,
story, Mash. You have to tell the right story.
yeah, I'm gonna tell the right story.
But cut it
Let him
short.
tell the
I mean, I cut
story.
it very
Go for
short.
it, man.
So
Just simple.
Ryan basically liked a girl and he paid for a Spotify for a year. And
No, if you didn't tell the
Wait,
story,
wait, no.
birthday
Wait,
gift.
no, you're skipping. No,
It was a
he was talking
birthday
to
gift.
some.
You see,
Whoa, Ryan, this is not how you told us. There was a girl you were talking to. You guys went on a date. You guys were talking about music. She didn't have Spotify at the time. And what he decided to gift this girl, which was like, I think a week or 2 later, it was her birthday, a Spotify voucher for the
Gift card.
year. And
Yo.
homegirl did not talk to brother man afterwards. You
Yo.
know, she got her
No,
gift and was out.
no,
You know,
That's
she was
So-
jamming.
so
Was she a 2 out of 10? Yes or no?
Like Caroline.
No,
Yeah,
Was she?
she wasn't a
Right.
two.
Here's a picture of her with the right.
oh, that was your girl. I
thought
thought
I
I recognized her.
Hey, but
All
check these comments coming in. I'm proud of these comments. The Congo Christians rum. How's that?
Someone said
All
devil.
right.
Devil Sword. Oh.
We got Run, we got Chilled, we got Huggo, we got Wingman. There's some nice ones for you here. All right, very very good.
And then
let-
Ryan
yeah, what did Ryan say for himself?
Ryan describes himself as dope.
Nice.
So I like
Oh.
that. I like
Okay.
that. You are pretty dope.
All right.
Ryan.
Yeah, you're pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Mhm.
All right.
And then
Nice
very
so far.
up next, you have Lebang. So
Oh.
everybody immediately texts me the first word that comes to mind when I say Lebang. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I can read this.
Ha! Guys, come on. Guys, PSA, don't hurt me.
I know Sophie was already got paid. I can tell by the love. Take the way
Say
she's
what?
holding it up.
Say what?
This paid.
So, oh my goodness. Okay. So Gareth says no bullshit. That's 2 words.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No
Facts.
more bullshit.
Facts.
Yes.
I'm breaking you all use 2 words, East Rand
Yes.
and all this shit. I'm gonna say 2
Yeah.
words, no bullshit, because to me it's one term. And she's no
Yeah.
bullshit. Like Lebang
Kinda
says
like
something,
me.
it happens. Lebang says she feels a certain way about something, you never need to ask twice. It's like
Yeah.
no bullshit.
Mhm.
And then Simphiwe says kids. That's it. Just kids.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And then Ryan says swaggy.
Oh, thank you, Ryan, for seeing the facts.
That's good.
And then Lebang describes herself as thebomb.com.
I am, bro. I
Okay.
really, truly am.
Come
And
on.
That's
yeah,
Air
that's
fryer.
it.
A lot of people say air fryer. Yeah, I mean that's
Good.
become your thing on the show, Lebang. You've turned
Yeah.
everyone into air.
Wait,
Do you know
we have
that-
to do mash as well now. We have to do mash as well.
Wait a second. I just want to tell
Wait, let
Lebang, you
run.
started such a thing that apparently George Meany and his executive team at Auto Trader bought everyone at Auto Trader air fryers.
Yes.
That is
Yeah,
so
because-
kind of him.
Huh?
George.
See what you started.
Nah,
All right,
he's
so,
dope.
who else has a word here? Let's go.
All right. So up next, we're doing you, Gareth. I think then I'll just leave myself for last, and somebody else will have to do me. So for Gareth, everybody text me one word.
Sure. It got very quiet. It got so awkwardly quiet for that one moment because it's like we can't get this one wrong.
Be careful, you just might get fired.
No raise,
Come correct.
no bonus. Ryan's like, yo, I need this bonus, y'all.
He was going to stop the nonsense now and be like, show over.
Right, exactly. The year of nonsense starts now. All right, so let's go.
Gareth describes you, Gareth, as a history geek. Ryan describes you
words,
as
okay, cool.
intelligent. And then Lebang describes you as a pioneer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
Yes.
that. And then and then Gareth describes himself as on holiday.
Oh, love it.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes,
from today,
Okay.
the only personality aspect that matters is I'm on holiday. That's all.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I like that. Okay, I'm gonna do mash.
Okay. Oh, we're sending to Lebang. Okay, cool. Wait.
Somebody
hang on.
here said Gareth is a softie, soft stop nonsense, fatikaki. I've no clue.
Tequila daddy.
Ooh.
I like that one. I
All
haven't
right.
met that version of Gareth. Okay, so let's do mash.
Okay, we're sending to you,
You're
right?
sending to me. All right. There's no rules here. Let's go. Okay. Whoa, guys. Whoa.
Wait, guys, I feel like we're gonna get blocked on YouTube for what you guys are typing.
Look, they might actually flag this here episode because it's
No.
way too hot. I'll kickstart with Ryan because he sent his first. Ryan says that Mash is a Tinder professional.
True.
Ooh.
No lies.
Okay.
That is true.
Simphiwe says Mash is OnlyFans.
I lie.
And what is
Shut-
interesting is that Simphiwe is not the only one. If you look at the comments,
I know,
literally
comments are
100
shouting.
other people are saying OnlyFans.
Dude,
Sure.
Dude.
And Steve, he says
Dude.
schlong boy because he was walking around in his kimono, which is another thing Tracy's brought up. Well, Mash, you definitely, people don't forget you. People know all about you. Look at this.
Mhm.
See this?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking
And the-
about you this morning. Everyone has a word.
Yeah, drama.
Okay.
Gareth says the first thing that comes to mind about Mash is dangerous.
You know where the danger is.
You know where the danger
You know
is.
where the danger is.
That is hectic. I wish Gareth could actually tell us why.
Where's the danger?
Where is the danger? According to Gareth, the danger is
Okay,
with
no.
Mash.
I'll explain. No, he's dangerous because he is, you know, if you meet Mash in a professional context, he's very like together and he knows what's going on and he's eloquent and he can, you know, explain anything. And he's obviously, you know, the very, very smart guy. But then he's got this like weird, wacky, like goes to these funny places, like ends up filming fights, like then goes to nude bars by accident, then ends up on OnlyFans. I mean, he's got this dark side that, you know, if you don't know it, it'll take you by surprise. That's dangerous.
I have to
But it's
agree.
good.
I have to
It's
agree.
good to be
Mhm.
dangerous because if
It
you're
is.
dangerous, people won't mess with you.
Absolutely.
Last but
Yeah.
not least, Mash views himself as a superstar.
If
Oh,
you
well,
are
of course.
I mean, that's quite like those are polar opposites. That's like OnlyFans and superstar.
I mean, you can be a superstar on OnlyFans.
Sure.
Yeah. All right,
And
I like
that's
this
it.
game.
That's
This
Yeah,
wasn't
this
so
is
bad.
nice.
It wasn't so
nice.
bad.
Let's do some for like the people in the comments. Let's do some family ones as
Oh,
well. Like, can we start
yes.
with Congo Christmas? Because I've
Good
been
idea.
hey, I've
Okay.
been trying to say some things.
Say it now, girl. Say it
So
with
I'm
your
a-
chest.
You know, I'm gonna say with
Speak.
my chest.
Okay, girl.
Congo Chris, this has been inside of me for a while.
Speak.
No, I'm kidding. I would say when I think about Congo Chris, I think about like insane would be the word, because there's some days you get onto the show and Congo Chris is like ripping you in the comments, telling you ain't shit, and then the next day Congo Chris is like, wow, that was so well said, you're so smart. So insane is the word, because like I can't keep up with the bipolar.
Yeah.
With Congo Chris, I would say sarcastic. I think, his sarcasm has definitely pulled through throughout the years. Bruv, I'd like to meet you one day, because you by the typing nice.
Hey,
You know, I want to know if you still have that energy face to face.
It's funny you mentioned that. Like next year, one of the things we want to look at doing is actually getting some of our regular listeners and the people who are in the comments, the ones who want to, because some of them don't want to be like out there on the show showing their
Sure.
faces, letting us hear their voices. Some of them just want to be, you know, on the DL in the comments. But we had Ruth on earlier this year,
Yes.
and we're going to get some of the others on as well. So if you are keen, if you listen to the show every day, and maybe you've never been in the comments section, but you're a daily listener and you're part of this family, bring it on. We want to hear from you, so we might put you on the show next year.
Absolutely.
Ryan, what do you think of Congo Chris?
No, I'm just laughing because I'm seeing Congo Chris. He says here for himself, he says king. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, Congo Chris is smart, man. He's always in the comments. He's the first to catch on anything. It's a lot of everyone in the comments though is on it. Like before we even talk about anything, everyone in the comments is on it. The audience is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when one of them gets under my skin, which happens every now and then. You know, some of the people in the comments, like on a day where I'm a little bit scratchy, and like someone will say, "Oh, you know, don't talk shit about this, or you're wrong about that," then I'm like, blah, 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 and I just climb into them. It's part of the fun.
Yeah,
I
it
like
really
that.
is.
I would describe Congo Chris as engaged. He's very engaged. Just as Ryan described him, he's always on the ball. He's always on topic. He always knows what's going on. I
And
really
also,
like that.
like he says he'll come on. He literally just said, "I'll come on, Baba." So yeah, it's a date. It's a date for next year. Shout out to Sanele as well. Like Sanele's literally always coming through to my defense, because a lot of the comments are also very, very like crass.
No,
you know,
they're
some
mean.
people are just mean. Like earlier on, somebody said I need to get braces and I need to get new glasses. Like,
No,
sure,
it was-
bro.
they weren't talking about you. They were talking about Sam Bankman-Fried's woman.
Thank you,
Carry on.
Gareth. You're so kind. But
Oh, really?
literally,
That's
like,
what I'm talking about. Sorry,
thanks,
Ryan.
Gareth.
Sorry, Ryan's ex-girlfriend.
Sanele's always like defending the crap out of us, because like some people come here have no clue what we're doing and then they fuck off. Sanele's like, you know, deputy president, you know, everybody plays this nice role, bro.
I love the way that sometimes, like the other day, someone said, "Oh, thank God Lebang is coming back on the show because we're sick of Simphiwe or something." So Simphiwe hops on herself and she's like, "What did you say?"
Yeah,
At
like
least-
me. I don't take that nonsense.
In the comment section, at least everyone is equal, right? You can never.
Yeah.
There's no one who's like above anyone else. And people also, I've noticed like people in the comment section are taking pieces off each other sometimes, which is hilarious.
It gets so juicy. Gareth, where it would be Congo Chris, Sandile, Ruth, Tracy, and then they're having their own chats there, and then Jiggy George Meanie is also in the chat, and you're like, oh my gosh, like it's actually popping. Yeah, actually having real chats here.
I love
like,
when George Meanie hops into the comments. I'm always like, oh yes, Team George Meanie. Like it's good energy.
Of course.
So listen, one thing I do want to talk about is New Year is always a big thing. We talk about Christmas and then, you know, we forget that New Year is like only a week later. And for lots of people, New Year is major pressure because we all go, oh, if I'm not doing something big for New Year, then am I even celebrating? Do I even make a fuss of the year 2023 as it comes in? And so we want to hear what everybody's doing for that as well. And if you can't build it up too much, because if your expectation for New Year is too high, you're going to have a terrible time. And I've got to say, like some of the best parties I've had have not been New Year's Eve. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, word.
Yeah.
I'll keep quiet for this
I'm
one.
with New Year's Eve on the beaches. We used to go to, if you go to Belita on some of the beaches, the families pile in there by the thousands. And
Yeah.
it's a competition between the west side and the east side on who has the better fireworks.
Oh, really?
And-
Cool.
That's some of my favorite New Year's Eve.
Which beach, Ryan? They're by Mslanga.
Longer, yeah.
Longer.
But I mean,
Yeah.
there was one year I went to Cape Town and we didn't book anything for New Year's. We thought we'll just find something. I just want to tell you now, it's a bad plan. Don't do it. You will not
must have-
find anywhere to go. You're not welcome anywhere because all the restaurants are booked. You can't even get a drink anywhere. Like we wandered around between that main street of bars and the VNA. And I promise you, I will never do that again. Plan your New
No.
Year's.
Mm.
I think it's
Everybody
even too late to ask
runs to Cape Town. It's like
Right, so-
the place to be.
Yeah, let me tell you, I worked New Year for, I don't know, like 15 years in a row there. I didn't have a choice. I was working for New Year. I didn't drink on New Year because I was working. So I didn't really know. To me, it was never a big deal. And only after I stopped doing those New Year's gigs and things did I start like thinking about what the options were. I always think it's nice to spend it with a smaller group of people who you really like and know, and you can all actually like. I had the weirdest New Year about what was it, like in the middle of lockdown probably. It was literally me and two friends, guy and a girl, and we had a lovely Indian supper, and then we kind of played some nice music, had a few drinks, and just it was so chilled, and it was really fun compared to all the crazy 12,000 people party New Year's that I'd done before. So it's nice to have a bit of variety as well.
It's important.
What's
I
everyone's
spent my
plan for New Year's?
Simphiwe, how do you suggest that you don't get kicked out of a New Year's party this year?
Well, I'm thinking of just being at home, just spend some time with the good Lord and just yippee at home. And then like that's the only way I can guarantee that I don't get kicked out because I don't want to repeat. But other than that, like if my friends call me, guys, I'm out the house, we're gonna have a good time. It's just one of those, you must braai. That's how you started off good. Have a braai in the afternoon on the 31st. And then like get into the doof. And then maybe we'll get triggered again with the song of the year. We don't know. Like maybe.
Like song of the year is such an important part of the new year. You can't just like be at home and not anticipate this great song that we are
Yes.
all supposedly like collectively in one mind and one thinking that it's the same song. As the years have gone by, like it's not like that. The songs just get different and different and different.
Especially last year where nobody knew it. Nobody knew the song of the year. So
No.
I don't know if we're gonna get surprised this year. I don't know if we're going to get a whoopee. This is the actual song of the year. So that's the one thing I always look forward to. That's a ritual. Just know what's popping.
Yeah.
This is very brave of Tracy. She says, for New Year's Eve, our house is open. Whoever wants to stop by for a drink or for a snack, stay for dinner if you want.
Tracy.
So nice to
Where
not
you
go
stay,
anywhere.
girl?
It's nice. Yeah, but Tracy, you also have to then cater for a bunch of people and stragglers who come in.
Drop
Very brave.
location.
Yeah,
Drop location.
Yeah, we'll pull up, girl.
Like New Year's Eve, you need options. Like you need at least 5, one friend there, a braai over there, a house party there, a what
Yes.
there.
No,
and
no.
then in the moment, you'll decide where your energy lies. Like
No.
that, I think, is the best thing. Because then at least you've got options.
But what you do with the options is that you go to all of them. So you start, this is why the braai is important. Let me tell you what you do now. You get invited to like 3 or 4, and you're like, cool. You started off very early, you'll go to the one at 2 o'clock.
Nah,
né?
fam.
And when black people are early for your event, that means they're going to another event. You're there for 2 hours. You join at 2, you help them there with the snacks, whatever. You're like, yeah, it looks like it's popping. Then you go to the next braai. Obviously, there mustn't be
This
too far.
sounds expensive. This sounds
It's not.
dangerous.
It's not.
It's too much work.
It's
Never go to the
not.
second location. Like
But
never
you're not
go to
even
the second
drunk and the
location.
sun is still out. Lebang, listen to me.
So you're
Listen.
driving on New Year's Eve when there's cops everywhere.
Who-
Is there a designated sober driver? Or are you all drunk in the car?
Girl,
Listen,
listen, this works, right? Then by 4 o'clock, you go to the next location. That's where things are already starting to happen. If you like the vibe there, you're going to stay there. But if you don't, you know, hey, Chomi, I need to go to Mash's thing because, you know, it was great seeing you. Happy New Year. And the third location will be your final. But I promise you it works because you're not going to get drunk at any of these places. It's still daytime drinking. And you still have the thing of like, oh, Ryan, it's not popping here. Can I pull up to your place?
Girl.
Mash is
Girl.
not popping here. Can I
Girl.
Okay, cool.
Let me give
I
you
promise
advice,
you.
right? Find
It works.
one place that you enjoy. Keep your options open, but keep your spending low. Keep your movements low.
Yeah,
Find
the
the
car
one
balance
place.
is always in the car. What more spending are you doing?
Find the one place that you like with the people you actually give a shit about and stay put.
Right.
If that's whack, then you go to the second location. But to commit to all of that, dog, you know you can't do that, bro. There's no way. There's just no way. But anyway,
Lebang, you
who
just
am I?
didn't get tickets to H2O this year. Come on.
Well, Congo Chris does say that Simphiwe needs to go to a second location because she got kicked out of the first one.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I hear completely different opinions here between Simphiwe and Lebang. It's because they both like Lebang's quite right. You don't want to put yourself on the roads on New Year. It's like no, it can get very messy. But at the same time, if you've got Ubers and all that kind of thing, then that's cool. And take
Also,
your chance.
Uber is a scam because they hike the prices on New Year's, so it's like triple the amount.
Hey,
Big time.
lest
Yeah,
we
it's
forget.
great. All right, so Lebang's not on screen, but she is still on mic. So I don't know why. Why does your camera keep going down, Lebang? What the hell? What are you using? A Nokia 3310?
Because the devil is a liar, Gareth. That's why this
Oh.
is happening to me. Like I actually don't know what the answers are. Like,
Terrible.
as long as you can
All
hear me, that's what counts.
No, we can hear you, so don't even worry about it. Okay, listen, quickly, another thing, because one of the things that always happens to poor Lebang is she gets ripped off. She gets people who are scamming her.
I forgot to add that. Yo,
You've got to
scammed.
That's why I can never take
Please,
Lebang's
this poor
advice.
woman. Every year, there's some story about how someone scammed her. So you've got some advice for people to,
I do.
to make sure
How
that
to
they don't
avoid
get
being
ripped.
scammed? Is that the advice?
So no. First of all, the reason why I always get scammed is because I'm just too trusting. Like I'm just too trusting, and I believe that everybody is like as dope as I am, and then I go in there and I get my ass burnt. Firstly. Secondly,
Yeah.
I was at Chinatown like 2 weeks ago, right? Cool,
Mhm.
doing some like planning, some shopping. I'm like, oh, I want to get this, buying some clothes. So the lady who I'm buying from is like, okay, because of load shedding, let's step outside and do a geo payment. We're both on FNB. I'm like, okay, cool. So without sounding funny, with geo payment, what happens is the person that's getting the money has to press receive a payment. So the name pops up, this receiver payment, and it's probably written something like Chow Ming. I'm like, oh, this must be her. I hit send, the money's gone. So she's like, there's no money in my account. Nothing has come through. I'm like, hey, what do you mean? She's like, you didn't ask me my name. I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, well, I assume that was you. She's like, well, that wasn't me. Go again. I'm like, the money has left my account. So somebody around here must have clicked receive payment, also has an Asian name, and therefore receive my money. So now I'm looking around. She's also looking around like, oh, where could it be? Who could it be? I'm like, bro, what's going on? Am I being scammed again? So I believe that there's this new thing where people just leave their geo payment open, wait to just see, and then just click receive payment because my ass got scammed. She is convinced. She's convinced that she didn't get the money. And then I even had to call the bank. I had to call the bank and ask, guys, don't laugh at my pain too. Don't laugh
Your
at my
problem is
Lebang,
you trying to do business in Gauteng. Gauteng is for scammers.
Lebang, what kills me about your story is that it's never you the problem. So it's everyone else. You're like, Chow Ming is the problem. Mang, that woman in mid-range is the problem.
Dude.
But you're the one who keeps getting scammed.
If you're sitting there, right, and the name pops up and it's written Chow Ming, and you're standing next to an Asian lady, will you not?
You should have double checked, girl.
I ask her name.
Come on. Who else could it be?
You should have been like, just making sure. No, Lebang.
Guys, there's a new scam. There's a new scam, okay? Is the point.
But Chow Ming.
No, moral of the story. No, let me tell you. This is what Lebang was trying to tell us. A, never go shopping with Lebang because you might get scammed.
No.
B, don't take any advice from Lebang when it comes to buying on Facebook Marketplace because you might get scammed. C,
No.
stop trying to do the business in Gauteng because there are scammers.
Dude, I was
alright?
born and raised in Joburg. Like, literally, there's nothing that can get me. Look at me getting caught all the time. All I'm saying is be careful. There's a new scam out there. People leave their GeoPay open. They walk around malls and they wait for people. Guys, it's funny, but it happened to me. This is my trauma. And the fact that you guys are finding this so entertaining.
Okay, wait. How much did you
Even
use?
Aaron's in the comments, and Aaron's even saying, "What if her name was Jessica?"
Okay, if her name was Jessica, right? So listen, Aaron, first of all, you know when you're like in the moment and you're like shopping and stuff, I was just like, oh, poop, she's standing right next to me. It can only be her. There's nobody else who would press receive a payment. When you're doing a geo
Did
payment
you
with
see her
someone,
with her phone? At least.
she had her phone in her hand. I'm standing right next to her. The name Chow Ming pops up.
So when you didn't be like, yeah, did you
So
press
wait,
receive?
first of all, Lebang, what was her name?
It clearly wasn't Chow
No,
Ming.
but
But what was her name?
And it wasn't Chow Ming. That's all I know.
So an Asian, so she was an Asian lady. and
Yes.
You assumed it's her
I was
just
at
because the name
Chinatown.
was-
I'm shopping in Chinatown
No,
for
but-
crying out loud.
So you assumed it's her just because it's a Chow Mein.
What we're saying is
Lebang.
after you realize that no, that name and her are not aligning, did you ask her and be like, okay, what is your name?
No, at that point, I was fed up because she wanted me to do another geo payment to her. And I'm like, dude, money 1.5 has already left my
Melengaga
account.
December.
It's already left my account. So it's like, what? I must do a double payment. And she was sure that it wasn't her. I'm like, dude, are you sure this wasn't you? How many Chow Mings can there be
Yeah.
standing next to me?
Well, her name wasn't Chow Mein.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Needless to say, I didn't get any of that stuff. Please be careful, guys.
So you 1.5 down.
Exactly. The bank is
Shame.
gonna send me like 1.3 or something as like a sorry. But I'm still very
Well-
scratched because I didn't get the stuff.
Okay, I think Lebang going into 2023, next time you want to buy things, please take other people with or
Wow.
like show, like get the items online, nah? And then like
Yeah.
send somebody else to be like, yo, dog, I need you to buy XYZ.
It was my fault, guys. It was
Also,
my
just
fault.
ask for someone's name. You know.
Dog, if you're standing, okay, Ryan.
No,
Ryan.
You can't justify this,
2022, Lebang.
But guys, you know the process of geo payment. Somebody has to click receive a payment.
But
So
okay, Lebang, we're not disputing that. Né? We're saying in the moment, né? When you're doing the whole geo payment, whatnot, you made an assumption. Sharp.
yes,
We understand.
which was my fault.
Sharp. What we're saying now is that after you realize that, oops, it went into the wrong account. Did you
Yes.
not be like, excuse me, ma'am?
I did.
What is your name?
No, I'm worried about where my money is. I'm looking for my money because somebody took my money. So I'm looking around the mall like, who else here accepted this geo payment? Hello, anybody else here with their phones open looking suspect? Everybody literally disappeared into their shops. It was now
Change your bank.
ghost town.
Stop banking with FNB. You know, this geo payment
Yeah, I
thing
know.
sounds dangerous now.
I
Just
have to get off
don't
FNB.
joke.
Your
No.
payment
No,
is not dangerous.
Lebang is the
Lebang
danger.
Yes.
I don't know. All right. Everybody who's used geo payments and never had this happen, put their hands up.
Hmm.
I use
Right.
geo payments almost every day, and the first thing I do
Right.
is show the person my phone and say, "Is this you?"
Sure. But
And-
then how many people around you, Mash, are also
All right.
using geo payment and clicking receive a payment from complete strangers?
this
You
sounds like
see
fun.
that if
I'm
you
gonna
don't know
open
that
up the
person.
app.
Listen,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna open
no.
up the app and just grab the
It's
money.
fine.
for
I
now.
got
just
scammed,
receive.
guys. The end. Let's just let it go. Let's let it go.
we had to
No,
we
but-
had to end the year with another Lebang scam. So now you know. All right. So
Yeah, no.
all right. One big question a lot of people have. You said, Simphiwe, you're going to be doing a friends miss, which is awesome. A lot of people, family can be trying. They can also be fantastic. Everybody should love their family, but some family members are not so lovable. So let's be honest about this too. Is it better to spend Christmas with family or with friends? Or
With
to spend Christmas with, as few people as possible? Maybe just the girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Maybe some people like that.
It depends on your current situation and how you're feeling and the people around you. But for me, last year I did spend New Year's with friends. I drove back from Clarksdorp to Bedford View, spent it with some friends of mine. It was an absolute vibe. Somebody tried to beat me up, but that's not the point.
Ha ha ha! Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa! You
Krampus,
can't
bro.
just. What happened? Who tried to beat you up?
Gareth said dangerous earlier. Spot fucking on.
You see what I mean? See what I
No,
mean?
people were drunk. There was a girl who was drunk. She kept throwing herself on me, quite literally on me. And her boyfriend was like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing, with my girlfriend?" You wanted to fight. So yeah, we were trying to
You
calm that
actually get
situation
on-
down.
So you threw hands?
No,
Oh, you
I-
caught hands?
No, nobody caught or threw anything.
Oh.
He wanted to, but I was like, now you can see my brother. Now you can
Like,
see.
I feel like that girl's not Mash's type as well. Like, you don't need to like.
She might have been.
It's probably that 2 out of 10 that Gareth got going on there.
Was she
Dangerous.
nice? Was she nice?
She was very nice and very drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unfortunately. So there are many ways to spend your New Year's, but it all depends on you and the kind of people you surround yourself with. Not all of us have decent families, unfortunately.
that's
Some
true.
people do have toxic, very toxic families that they need to avoid at
that's
all
true.
costs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
it depends on your situation.
And there are those people who come to the Christmas dinner or the Christmas lunch or whatever it is, and they're miserable people. It's the only outing they don't get invited to anything else that year. So they come to that
Yes.
one thing and they sit there and they steam and they look unhappy and they complain and they find something.
And
This food is overcooked or this food is
Mm.
undercooked.
What
always
did you
something,
bring,
isn't
Patricia? Did you
Yeah.
contribute? No, you didn't.
Misery loves company, and you have to stay away from those people because, as Gareth is saying, they literally don't go out the whole year, and this is the only time they step outside. And so when you're there and you're living your best life because you've got mad experience of being out and being social, they just like sitting in the corner, like pointing and nitpicking at the stuff that is wrong. So avoid negative people and toxic people at all costs. If it's your friends or your family, doesn't matter. I think just finding the right people for you. Just be
You
with
can
those people,
usually-
stick to them.
You can usually pick them out at the Christmas table because they're the only ones who are not smiling. If you
Yeah.
look around, if someone isn't smiling at the Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner, if you can't even find something to make you smile there, then you are a miserable person.
You truly are.
And the same goes for New Year. If you're sitting around for New Year going, and you often see these people who they'll have a fight with their girlfriend or boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and then there'll be a whole lot of drama because they have to make it about them. They can't just enjoy New Year. Have to have some kind of drama to attach themselves to.
And now
Stay away.
everybody's involved. You know what I do? Like if somebody starts drama, I'm like, okay, cool, bye. Like my cousin does this thing where he goes, you know what? I'm leaving. We used to be like,
leave.
please don't go. Please stay. We love you. Now we're like,
leave.
okay, cool, bye.
Go.
Enjoy your trip. We just don't entertain that bullshit
drama.
anymore.
Oh,
Right. Let people go. If people want to leave early or they want to be grumpy or they want to fight with other people or whatever, just let them go.
Bye. Hamba juba. Let them go.
Yeah. 2023, year of stop nonsense.
Yes.
Amen.
need to get those
Amen.
shirts out. Need to get those shirts going.
Correct. No,
Yeah.
we will. We're going to be doing that next year. In fact, we're talking to Sanele in the comments section. We're talking to him about that. All right.
Yes.
Sounds like you guys are talking about my mother, says Snae.
Ooh.
I also need to find out how do you handle,
tricky.
because I see Aaron's comment here that when you go back to the homes, family will keep asking for money because you're from Joburg.
Hey.
And that has already started for me yesterday. One of my uncles from Kwakwa is already like, hey, zama me a little bit. And I don't know how to handle that because I just ignore them.
Just say no, bro. Like you have to have the
I
boundaries
think
in place now. If you say yes once,
yes.
please know that you will constantly be the person that they ask. And they have no, what's the word? They don't have a whoa. They don't have a boundaries. So when they see you, they just like, oh, there's my nephew from Joburg, this little rich boy. Look at him rocking up with his car. He even drives a car. I'm 68. My life has been miserable. All I've done with my life is drink alcohol every single day. How dare he gets a child? No, literally,
Yes.
we laugh, but this is it. They see us as younger people, and we're living our best lives. They will milk you, Mash. Get those boundaries in now while you still can, because there's gonna come a time when you turn 30 and you're earning more money and you're even driving a better car, and they just want
Yes.
more and more and more of you. So just say no politely now. Yo, malome, sorry,
I will-
akena.
I will add what I used to do to my family members. I'll be like, what's the money for? And they're like, I don't have that money. If you can't tell me what the money is for, I'm not giving it to you. And what we've done, like my sister and I, is that we only give family members money if it's for school. So if you say you're the and also you need to give us like advance, like we know it's back to school in January. Don't call us on the 3rd of Jan to be like, oh, this one doesn't have textbooks. No, why didn't you call us in December? We could have sorted things out in December. So it's also those things where we're like, we're not going to pay for you to just drink. If it's something serious where you're like, oh, I don't have money for a taxi to go for a job interview. Mate, here you go. You don't even need to pay me back. I will give it to you gladly.
I hate
That's
them.
it.
Case says, just let your uncle hang around Lebang when she goes and uses GeoPay.
Chow Ming.
Kampamba says, I always say, sorry, I don't have it. Even if I do, they can't prove I don't have it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also,
definitely.
just ask for like family members ask you for money just because you're from Joburg. Is that I've
Yes.
never.
Oh no,
Right.
it's not even Joburg thing. It's once you
Once
have a
start
job
working,
and once you get a car, people think you've made it in life as if you don't have bills. And also people don't know how much you get paid. So I could be getting paid 5,000 and they're thinking, yo, Sims is getting paid 15,000 or 50,000. Therefore, she can give me 1,000 rand. And I'm like, no, cost of living, chief. Like, mate.
So how does this conversation come up? Because it's not something that I'm used to. Is it like at the table when you get there, they're like, can you bring some money with, or is it like
dude, Ryan, right? We are Black South Africans, dude. You must remember that, like, our parents and the generations before us didn't have access to what we have access. We are like the first in our families, most of us, to actually have money. So when our elders look at us, they literally see a ticket out of poverty. They see a ticket out of these sad lives that they are unfortunately living, and that becomes our burden automatically. So it's black tax, it's expectations, it's so many things. So it just depends on how you view it and how you perceive it. If you are able to assist at any point, definitely do. But when it becomes difficult, you know, it's hard to say to your elders, hey, mom, hey, dad, I'm struggling. Or, hey, my lume, I actually can't. And they just expect you to be able to do so because they never got the opportunities that we did. So it's lit, bro.
Yeah.
And also,
That's a real thing.
our parents also contribute to that because our parents, God bless them, they want to brag about us.
Yes.
You know, they want to brag about us to our uncles, to our aunts, to everyone. So now this uncle is like, oh, Kanangwana Mang Mang has money.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. So now I lied to my parents. Now, at some point, 2 years back, 3 years back when I started working, and then I was busy at it. You know, I even got a car, and I told my parents that, oh no, I'm just doing piece jobs.
Yeah.
I'm just doing
Peace jobs.
And I remember my mom being mad at me. She's like, now, because of your lies, my friends think I'm a liar. I told them you're doing piece jobs. Now you come back with a damn car.
Oh, the pressures are wild.
Yeah.
But honesty is the best policy. Like, I've got an uncle who tells me straight up, Lebang, I need a case of Black Label. When you arrive here, just bring me a case of Black Label. And I can appreciate that.
Yes.
He's not lying to me. He's not sneaking around, making it seem like it's this important thing. He just wants to get lit. And if I can, I do. But if I can't, I'm also like, hey, bro, it's been a rough year. I appreciate the honesty, man.
Yes. But also, like, since it's festive, the calls about bourgeois, I'm not too upset about because that means throughout the year you're not calling me, right? And for the longest of time, I don't know why, like my extended family thought I wasn't working, right? Until I got a car.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, shucks, you've been working and you're actually making some nice money. Now the call starts and I was like, hey, guys, you don't know me, clearly. I don't play those games. Like, I don't play those games. But when it's Christmas time and I'm like, uncle, what are you drinking? And if he's like, this is what I want. Chief, if I can afford a bottle, there you go. Have a great Christmas. That is my Christmas gift to you.
I mean, look, we don't want those deadbeat people in our lives that are going to just ask. Like Lebang says, if you give them once, they're going to keep asking. But it's like this time of year where if you can be nice, you know, there's a lot of people. I notice like the security guards who've been, you know, they've been there all year. They now say, you know, there's a Christmas box that you got to put some money in. Like if you can, obviously do. You know, people, it's not easy for everybody. And it's hard because everyone, I think, is in their own way struggling with something. And it's the time of year where you can actually, if you can help somebody, help them. Really.
Sure.
I've got a couple of comments here that are worth sharing. So first of all, Basitsana says, just say you also need money when someone in the family asks. That's also a good idea.
Yeah, actually.
Snaya's just moved overseas for a job. Before I left, I had about 5 family members asking me to send them money when I arrive because I'll be earning in foreign currency.
Do they know how expensive it is to move?
Hey.
And also congrats, Nai.
Congrats. Yeah, that's very exciting.
And Aaron Homolemo says the problem is it's not a ticket out of poverty. They use us to maintain their bad habits.
Facts.
Also
That is
Mm.
true.
Yeah.
A case of Zamalek and an ear jug of Obi or crackling.
Yeah.
Well, Mash was on the show with Jason Goliath on Tuesday when we were talking about those ear jugs of wine or whatever. You're gonna be better than that stuff.
Autumn
I'll
harvest.
never forget.
Ooh, guys, please, that thing. I don't want to see that.
Poison.
Yay! I don't.
Poison.
Guys, that thing needs to be banned, especially from our elders.
It's killing.
Like,
It's killing our aunts
Yay.
and uncles. If we're being honest, it's really wiping out an entire generation of people,
it must be
and
banned.
nobody's ready to have
All
this
of it,
conversation.
from the bottle to
the price. Why is it so cheap? Why is that shit so cheap?
That thing. Yay! I've seen
Oh, I love it.
flames. Yay!
Yeah, well, listen, it's been an amazing year, and I don't think it's very hard to kind of line up the years, but I don't think that it's nearly as bad as it was in the middle of all those lockdowns. I remember this time last year we were being blamed for like Omicron and God knows what else, and the world was closed in many ways, and we were all still worried about COVID, and we've come out of that now. So we've got to pat ourselves on the back. We've got a lot to do in 2023. It's going to be an amazing year. I can tell you now, things are going to change, and they're going to change for the better, but you've got to be part of that. So we look forward to welcoming you back in the new year. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of our fun this year on the show. All the people who've come up with great suggestions, comments all year, subscribing, liking, being a part of the family. And a big thank you to all of you, the team who've kept things together every step of the way. So Simphiwe, Ryan, Lebang, Mash, Homolemo, Dori, all the people in the office, Jane, of course, what would we do without Jane? This hugely important part of our family, to the rest of the Cliff Central crew, everybody, thank you for being a big part of making this year so special. We will see you on the 9th of January. Happy holidays, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.